Ballarat Singers. It's been so long since we've met together, and even so long since we've been together on video. We have, however, been meeting in small groups, small committee groups, and working behind the scenes to see what is possible within these ever-changing lockdown conditions that we have. So thank you for joining us and looking at this video where I'm joined by Fiona and Megan this afternoon, and we're going to tell you a little about what we have been doing to try and ensure that we have some venues, perhaps for Christmas. Premier told us this morning, that's Sunday morning, that he hopes that we'll have as close to possible a Christmas as we can. So let's hope that includes some of our singing. Now you have to bear with me because I'm having to run all the things behind the scenes back here. And here we are all together. Say hello, ladies.
Hello, ladies.
Oh, we're funny. Honestly, we should be on the stage.
Oh, Kevin, how are you, Kevin?
Oh, all the better for being here and thinking about things that might possibly happen. And
absolutely, we must remain optimistic.
Yes, we must do that. So in our little groups that we've had, and of course we've had to change some of those locations, times and meetings because of instant lockdowns, we've been meeting with Janice from the little brass band, who's very excited to be with us again this year. She's ordered parts from England. So we have 120, I think it is, carols that we can choose from, although we've whittled them down to about 12 of the more familiar carols. And that's parts for the band and 4-part harmony for us, which we will be sending out fairly soon. So they're very keen to meet with us, and we just need to work out when we can meet and where we can meet. So location is one of the big things. We're very limited because of the number that they can have at Golden City and the days that we can meet there. So we're actively pursuing venues within the CBD close to town so that we can all get there quite easily with easy parking, and where perhaps we can bring our own nibbles and something to drink if that's what people may want to do afterwards. Fiona, did you want to say something more about that?
Not really. There are a few possibilities, though. I'm not sure if many know about Berkeley Square. They have a little cafe called the Pot of Courage. And Berkeley Square, you can, I suppose people rent space, but given that we're a community, not for profit, we might be able to just use some space. There is a large space downstairs that we might use for performing, singing, rehearsing. And I feel sure that we will be back rehearsing or singing soon. Have you any thoughts, Megan, of spaces?
No, I think the community centre at Berkeley Square is a great idea because there are lots of spaces. They even have that outdoor courtyard.
Yeah, yes, they do.
I'm really excited to hear what Dan Andrews will be telling us for the regions, which I believe will be sometime this week. There may be some lessening of the restrictions, but I feel fairly confident that by Christmas we're going to be in great demand. So I think now is the time to seize the opportunity and, in fact, get this organised.
Yeah.
Get us coming all together, whether it be on Zoom or whether it be on, the opportunity of coming together to just bed down these carols as we're going to do them. I know for a fact that the blend of the voices in the singers is really something quite special. Some of the things I have heard when I've been out the front and hearing the voices coming back, is really encouraging. There's some very strong singers within the ensemble. So I think Christmas is going to be great. Really good.
On you. And I think the important thing is for people who enjoy singing not to think, oh, it's going to be in parts, because if you just want to sing in unison, we'd be very happy with that, wouldn't we? We want to sing as an ensemble, whether some are in unison and some are in parts.
Absolutely. To sing well in unison is really impressive.
Yes.
And I think we have the capacity to be able to sing well in unison, and also then adding those parts, nothing will stop us. I think we've got some really good opportunities in the future. So I think the focus needs to be for us now on Christmas. And then, of course, I know we've talked about a few things that we don't want to talk about to the choir members because we don't want them to be deliriously excited too early. But there are some really exciting things coming in 2022. So,
indeed.
Yay!
But can we just spread the word of where we might be singing? Because there are a couple of places that have said that they're quite excited at the thought of us performing. One is Michael Unwin's Winery. Kevin will remember that we sang Christmas carols there, gosh, quite a few years ago now, Kevin, wasn't it?
6-7 years ago, perhaps.
Yes, I think it was. I can't remember. The little brass band weren't there with us that time, were they? No. But they have played there as part of the Ballarat Symphony Orchestra, and Michael Unwin is absolutely delighted that we're interested in singing for him, with him, by him, and his many clients. And the other place that has expressed an interest is St John's Anglican Church at Creswick. So that's 2 venues, so that's pretty good. And I think, Kevin, you were going to talk to Michaela.
Yes, I'm going to talk to Michaela about perhaps being available for any functions that they might have. And of course, we have thought about Sturt Street again as well. I'd just like to quickly jump back to something that Megan said about unison singing. If you look at the very first video, scroll all the way down to the bottom of our Facebook page, you'll remember that's what I said, that it could be important that we sing well in unison than try and do something very difficult in harmony where we're all struggling and not enjoying ourselves and the audience not enjoying themselves. But good unison singing with participation, and that's something else that we have talked about, is perhaps having 2 other choirs come along and perhaps sing 1 number each, special choirs, special in a number of senses of the word from there. So there's nothing else is going to happen before Christmas, and although we've worked on our sea shanties, we can go back to that. It's given us an experience of singing together, but the emphasis has got to be on Christmas, which is, as somebody said to me the other day, it's probably only 4 more lockdowns before Christmas.
That's too awful. Oh, dear. Never lose your sense of humour and we'll be all right.
Yes. So let's hope that we can do that. And again, as we've said, if we can just do some short videos on some of the admin style of things, some of the way in which we're going to arrange ourselves, some of the instructions that we want to put out with regards to how we stand and sit, the way we hold our music, the way that we're focused together as a more professional choir than having a quick chit-chat with each other, things that are important. And we've got to find ways of rehearsing that in a distanced way so that it happens when we all come together. we're going to be looking at carol sheets for those who will be participating. And so it will be a number of well-known carols that we'll sing, that we'll ask the audience to join in, and some special carols, hopefully from some special choirs who will be there along with us.
And Megan has sent me the music for Deck the Halls, and I'll send that out to people. And although it's in 4 parts, I've tried out the alto part. As I said, without anybody else singing, it wasn't too hard. So I think that should be a really good one. And there'll be some, I think we'll have a really good time.
I'm going to have to correct you. You do realise it is Deck the Hall.
Oh, it is Deck the Hall. You're quite right. Funnily enough, when I got on the piano and I saw it was Deck the Hall, and when I saved it on the computer, I put Deck the Halls, and I thought, I must change that. It is Deck the Hall. You're right.
And in fact, it is so much easier to sing the line, Deck the Hall with boughs of holly.
Yes.
If you try to sing Deck the Halls with boughs of holly,
yes,
you stumble over it. So yes, it's something, I don't know how it's happened, but it is Deck the Hall. So that's a clue for everybody. We will be singing the 3 verses of that. Just one hall, not a bunch of halls.
That's very good. I'll quickly tell you, when I was in England for Christmas, probably, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, these friends took us to a National Trust, lovely old building. And in the hall, they had the most wonderful bowers of flowers and holly. If I can find the photo, I'll send it when I send everything else, because that really was, they decked their hall with boughs of more than holly.
Beautiful.
It was lovely.
We
so we'll just go on.
So I was just about to say that we're confident that we need probably 12. There's 3 of us here, and that's another 9. I'm sure we can find another 9 who are able to commit. Even if you can't commit to if we have 3 events, all 3 events, and we will get those dates out as soon as we can, everything pending what comes out of Spring Street or Canberra. If we've got a nucleus of at least 12 singers for each event, that would be good. If we can have 20, that would be even better. So if you've got some friends who sing, who enjoy singing Christmas carols, there's no commitment for following through next year for any extras who come in for Christmas. And it could be that we have those additional singers that we bring in to boost the numbers for such events like this.
And I think the thing to remember is it's going to be fun. You know, if we go to Michael Unwin's, it'll be so joyous there, and I'm sure St John's Church, it'll be lovely with candles and everything else, and who knows what. So we ought to look at this as a reward for what we've been through, so that we can share the joy with other people of singing carols that they'll know, and they'll start singing with us, and the brass band will blow us out of everywhere. So it's something to look forward to.
It's also going to be in the early stages of coming out of lockdown. Probably going to be some issues at St John's, not so much at Michael Unwin's as to how many we can have within the building and where we place them. So Michael Unwin's being outside would be good. And if you've got hubbies or partners or whatever the other equivalent is, wives, I suppose,
Spouses.
who can come along and be prepared to help as COVID marshals and things like that, there's a job for everyone, even if they can't sing. It's going to be a good time to all get together.
But Kevin, we know everyone has a singing voice.
Oh, that's right.
So we won't put anybody off.
Forward or after the microphone or further away from the microphone. So, yeah.
Very good.
So, Megan, anything else you'd like to add?
No, but I'm very excited. I'm really looking forward to this. I agree with you, Fiona. I think this is our reward. This is going to be a lovely celebration at a time when lockdowns will be finished, and yeah, we can get back to the things we love.
Absolutely. So it's sort of watch this space, and I'll send out an email with maybe I've got some music I can send out already. So there, that should be good.
Good. And if you have got any questions, please use down below on the thread here, or direct message us, or even give us a call.
That sounded terribly rude, and I wasn't quite sure about it. Sorry.
Which particular part?
The down below. I wasn't quite sure where down below was.
Oh, sorry, down below on the Facebook page here.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Thank you. Very good. Well, just checking.
Perhaps I'll clarify that in print on the pages.
Good idea.
Actually get round to that. So things have been happening. We've been mindful of each other. We hope you're all surviving lockdown as much as we can, and having something to look forward to, something that is fairly tangible, and the hope is that we'll be there towards sometime in December. And so we're probably looking towards the mid to end of December to be doing these events when we're well and truly 80% plus vaccinated. And
we'll have to check with the venues to see when they want to do it as well, or can do it.
But the same restrictions that are going to be on us are going to be on them regarding their numbers and things like that. So we could find ourselves singing with office parties and all sorts of things happening in the background.
Right. I just that brings to mind another point that excuse me. There's more and more venues and organisations that are now announcing that they require people to be vaccinated in order to participate or to attend or to go to. And I think this is the way we're heading.
Yep.
So it is a timely reminder to everybody that, please, if you're able, do get the vaccination.
Yes.
It's really important. I have.
Yeah, I have.
Good girl. Okay.
Good. A very sound word. So, yes. If you're going to participate, I think you'll need to be vaccinated.
And 4 million arriving from the UK this afternoon and this evening, extra vaccines. So there should be enough.
What was that, Kevin?
The 4 million vaccines arriving from the UK in addition on 2 planes today. So which is being sent straight out. So there'll be enough both within the state vaccination centres, the Commonwealth vaccination organisations, and the work that's going on in most G practices. Yeah.
Good. All right. Well, I wish everybody, all our singers, good health, good physical and good mental health. And we're here. You can always contact us through the Facebook or email me, and I will email out a kind of short précis. No, précis is short. A précis of what's been said this afternoon.
And a thank you to Fiona for managing to keep things up as much as she has during her massive move. And
a massive. Are you talking about? Oh no, sorry. I know. Time for me to go.
and relocation. So
No, it's good. And it's lovely. We've got Megan on board to help because she's a very good organizer. And we've got Janice from Little Brass Band. So I think it's just going to be great. So everything crossed.
good. All right.
Excellent.
So
Okay.
hopefully
Goodbye, everyone.
we may come back to you within a week, or at least
Yeah.
tonight. If it's not next Sunday, it'll be Sunday week. We'll get something up for you.
Yep. Sounds good.
Stay tuned. Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.